this new moon reflection of reunion. Thinking about flowers. Um, I just I was walking from the garden and I picked a calendula flower. I was just holding it. I just want to hold a flower. I get nervous walking these days by myself. I don't really like to
Hmm.
walk by myself in my neighborhood. Anyway, I was walking with this little flower. Um, and I think I don't like walking because so many people have this air of invisibility, and I don't like not being seen. Um, I know some people don't like being seen, but if I'm walking in my neighborhood, that means that I live in this neighborhood and I want you to see me. That I want neighbors to know me. I want to know my neighbors. And there's a lot of invisibility in my neighborhood.
Mm.
So, I picked a flower. I was like, flower protection. Um, and when I was walking with it, it was this dude with his headphones and just talking, his dogs, and I flashed my flower at him because he wasn't like moving on the sidewalk, nothing. I was like, and it shocked him. And I was like, oh, I think I'm onto something. And then I remembered that picture, like the 60s, the hippies, like one like putting a flower down like the barrel of a cop's gun. And I was like,
Mm.
wow, the
That was
power,
in Portugal.
huh?
I think that was in Portugal.
It
That
was
was
in
like the end of the
Portugal.
revolution.
See, thank you, Sybil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just remember seeing that as a child and but yeah, that me flashing that flower and it shocking this zombie out of his space. It's like, oh, should that should be like the new gang symbol, when you flash your flower. Yeah, because it'll make people back off, and then those with the
Yeah.
flower power, we got each other.
Mm.
Um, and it's really a way. It's again, Shawnee and I during the last Zoom call, which happened to be on Martin Luther King Day slash Inauguration Day, and how we can't fight this. There's no more fighting.
Mm.
This is yeah, the fights. This is not fighting time. So what do we do? And those famous words of Martin Luther King Jr. is love. You fight hate with love. So you fight this fury and this invisibility with years of reminding folks of how beautiful and bold things can be without them being violent, without them being hateful, without them being angry. Um, they can they they can heal. Healing is um the opposite of fighting, but
Yeah.
gets the same result. It will end it. So, yeah, and the flowers in bloom. I know like this weather, the flowers are gonna bloom. The magnolias are going off. Like climate change, whatever. We are following the sun. We're gonna keep going. It's sunny, it's warm, we're gonna bloom. Here we are. Um, and so um, yeah, that's just what um has been calling to me. These flowers that can be used for assistance. Um, as we are surrounded by so much fear and fury, and rightfully so, folks have the right to absolutely be furious, absolutely be fearful. However, it does not mean that we have to take on that fury and fear and act out of fury or fear. So with that, I invite you to take a breath and be in your bodies, be in your space. Feel your hands. Our hands speak. Do a lot of talking for us. In fact, they are of our throat chakra. Feel your thumbs. Maybe make circles with them. Feel your pointer fingers. Maybe have them do some pointing up and down. Maybe you can do like snake. Find your middle fingers. Flexing them, this long finger. Trying to be tall. Wiggle it. Finding our ring fingers. And all those joints. Baby fingers. Our brownies. I don't have a pinky, I have a brownie. Moving your brownies around. And taking some breaths in and just shaking your fingers. You're like flicking. Breathing. Take a few more breaths, just flicking everything. And letting go of shedding, offering, letting it blow away, go with this flow that you're creating. Nice. We're gonna take our hands, we'll bring them together at our hearts. Just feel your hearts for a moment. Feel your breath, particularly in this breath. The breath of heart space. Inviting love, welcoming love. accepting love. And offering love. I'm gonna open up those hands, little fingers, little brownies together. We'll do a mudra. Mushti mudra is for protection. And put our thumbs inside the palms of our hands, and then folding the four fingers over. So it's almost like a fist, except we have our thumbs inside, like babies. So this is our Mushti Mudra is a mudra of protection, of calming our nervous systems. Back to Shani and the ancestral knowledge. Babies know this. They're so close to source, and they come into this world with their hands like this great unknown for them. So just holding the hands in Mushi Mudra, we can put them in our laps. We'll just be here. Just conjuring what needs to be conjured. Recognizing that we do have a lot to say, and our voices do need to be heard in all sorts of ways. And asking for our hearts and our hands to be able to do this work together. Thinking ourselves, thinking our hands, releasing the fingers. Um, You ready? Open your eyes. Come back to your healing. Yeah, yes. Give you, you know where we're going. Yeah, start. Give your hand. Use your hands to give some love. Give you a hug. Give some rubs. Here, just like you with the little baby. Hmm. Ah, but yeah, it's Mushti Mudra. The fist that you can't fight with. Is for protection. Um,
Thank you,
yeah.
Mari.
Anyone
Beautiful.
wants to share anything? Their hands are feeling or feeling.
It's just so nurturing
Mhm.
to take time to feel ourselves like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We always need nurturing. Always. You know, don't be such a baby. No, always be a baby. Stay a baby. Keep that part. Yeah, and nurture yourselves and nurture each other at any stage.
Yeah, my hands were pulsating after that. Just like so, like yeah. Thank you for that reminder that they're very intelligent beyond everything they do on a regular.
Yeah, feeling the pulse in their hands. The blood that's goes all the way to to that's our heart speaking. Um, yeah, to our hands. Yeah. Mm. So yeah.
It's interesting.
Mhm.
My mom is an ancestor, and my hands are always like they remind me of her hands. And even my sister, when she sees my hands in pictures, is like, "Oh, there's mom's hands." And so they're very like the same hands that took care of me is like the same. I did copy paste, so um, yeah, that was extra beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's so special, Belinda. You get to carry your mom with you like that.
Mhm. Mm. Yeah, now I remember my grandma's hands. Yeah, holding her hand and how her hands felt. I think, yeah, her hands are like so many stories. So much in her hands.
Yeah, so much love passed through, your hands. And like growing up in Pakistan, like we would like eating with our hands is a normal thing. So even like being fed by hands, and if we didn't want to eat food, like you get fed by a hand. And even when my kids were little, I'd be like, "Oh, you don't want to eat this here? It tastes it from my hand. It tastes different, just different taste." But yeah, so hands are so powerful.
Mm. Yeah, thank you for reminding of the eating of hands.
Hmm.
Have to incorporate that into our gathering.
Yeah, food tastes better with your
Yeah.
hands. I'm telling you, without the metal in the middle, it's just straight. Yeah, it gives you a whole other appreciation, and you can actually like feel what you're eating and mix it in certain ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in Nigeria, my aunt taught taught me how to eat with my hands and why they eat with their hand. And yeah, because you don't break when you eat with the fork, you're breaking your connection, or spoon, you're breaking your connection between earth and the hands that
Mhm.
prepare the food. So you you're supposed to eat with your hands. And and not pick at it. It was
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
and yeah, how to eat with hands. So yeah, thank you for that. Um,
That's so fresh though, because it's often portrayed as primitive, like it's actually more advanced.
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, and that's, part of that. All that's just
Colonization.
all of them, all the
Yeah.
things that,
Yeah.
we know are actually right, when we let go of this notion of
Mhm.
those standards, of having to perform for those
Yeah.
standards that we did not create and were not created of us or
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, Also wanted to share, so full moon or new moon, a good time to clean, especially your altar spaces, or any space. I like to think of the new moon, like I try to like find places that I haven't cleaned in a while, like I haven't touched. So like I was like, oh, where haven't I touched in a while, or what like yesterday it was like a little space between like my refrigerator and the cabinets, and I was like, ooh, that's I have not touched there in a
Me
while.
too. That was yesterday. I wiped that thing down. Yeah.
The crack
Yeah, I
nobody
went
wants
to
to go into.
town. Yeah, all the yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I went there. I went to that space. And I went there with vinegar. So vinegar, natural cleaner, natural disinfectant. If you don't know, it's also good for energy clearing. So,
Mm.
when I got taught to like, this to make an altar, I was told to use vinegar. And that, and then someone else, so that was like a hoodoo tradition. And then someone of Mayan tradition said that they use vinegar as well. So it's one of those like, why did all of our our ancestors use vinegar? Because it's easy,
Mm.
it's easy to make. It's
Mm,
powerful, and it all starts with a mother. So the mother, it is how you create the vinegar. So,
mm,
I don't make my own vinegar. But in 2025, I will
How do you
look
make
into
vinegar?
making vinegar, but I do make a disinfectant out of my vinegar.
Mm.
Um, and this is just orange peels. And I put them whenever it's citrus season, I'll save the orange peels and I fill the jar with vinegar and just pack them down and I put them in the sunshine and then it turns like golden. And then after a couple weeks, you filter it and you have nice citrusy vinegar. But yeah, and it's nice to again just wipe with altars, wipe your floors. You can put
mhm.
other herbs in here. Sometimes I put rosemary. Years that I've gotten like fresh Christmas trees, I'll like cut the pine and put it in there too. But it's a good cleaner. Again, both of cooties and physical cooties and spiritual cooties. That at yeah, that cultures all across the world create with a mother, the mother of vinegar, and then you put rice, you can put fruit, you can use wine, you can use beer, you can use yeast. Um, yeah, and
That's awesome.
yeah. So
Awesome.
um yeah, I hope y'all get some vinegar.
I have some, and I was just wondering how vinegar is made.
Yeah, I
So,
was
That's
wondering the same thing.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made with a mother. And then yeah, once you have a mother, kind of like kombucha or like
yeah.
or any ferment. Yeah, it's a ferment. Yeah, so once you have, even if you have like a kombucha mother, you could take part of that and start a vinegar mother.
Oh.
Um,
I
yeah.
didn't know that's what that was called. A mother.
The
Like
mother,
I
yeah.
didn't. Okay.
Yeah, and apple cider vineger, that
Uh-huh.
cloud. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's part of the mother.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Are
Yeah.
you supposed to shake that up? Sorry, just a random question.
Yeah.
What
I
you
mean,
are?
I've eaten it. It feels weird.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay.
yeah, you're supposed
Yeah.
to shake it.
You
Yeah.
are. Okay. Yeah.
Otherwise
Yeah.
it's like it's a little
Okay.
concentrated.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I literally we made orange juice today because I brought out the juicer the other day, and I'm like, we're gonna start juicing, and like, you guys want orange juice? Let's make some orange juice. And so we just juiced orange peels, but I put them in the compost, which I'm about to fish out and put into some vinegar right after this call. So thank you for
Nice.
thanks for that information.
The Liberated Kids on Thursdays make peel piles, and they've been giving me my your supply of vinegar that I make, citrus vinegar that I make for event season. Um,
So the
so
vinegar you use, Maria, is it just like store-bought white vinegar?
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just buy it. That's why I use yeah, but goals of making my own vinegar, because yeah, the more I make something, like the more I don't want to buy stuff. So
Right.
I was like, got all these
Oh, I think you froze.
Yeah.
gallons from
There
grocery
you
outlet. I
are.
was like, oh, that's how you make it. Oh, that's pretty easy. Oh wow, every like yeah. So I would say my internet is unstable. Okay,
We just lost you for a couple seconds there where you were.
Mhm.
okay, all right, we're back. Um, so yeah,
Vinegar.
yeah,
Cleaning altars. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for that.
yeah. So
Both of
that's
my altars need an update.
yeah. I don't know. ¿Qué más? What else? What's next?
Well, you're gonna make vinegar from scratch. I want to start making kombucha from scratch. Been a desire
Yeah.
for a long time. And I need kombucha on tap, so that just makes the most sense to be doing it myself.
Yeah. It's definitely, yeah, it's one of those things like, oh yeah, you need a mother.
Mm-hmm. That's what I need.
Yeah, we need mothers.
We're
The
gonna
world
find
can't run without
those
us. That's
mothers
why.
for real.
Mm, yeah.
And you can make a mother just from like a kombucha drink that you buy from the store, right? Like if you just like leave the bottom there, can't you make like a SCOBY out of that?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I wonder.
I think you can. I
Okay.
think you can.
Ooh.
So you don't have to like find the mother. I think you can make the mother out of like a kombucha that you already have. Or like, yeah.
Okay.
I
Kind of like how you
think.
can make
Okay.
yogurt from yogurt, right? Like that
Mm.
same using yogurt to make more yogurt. Yeah, yeah.
That's what
Still
I've heard.
fascinating to
Yeah.
me. Yeah. Like,
SCOBYs.
who
Yeah.
SCOBY
needs the
mother.
internet? Look at this wealth of knowledge we have right here on the soup space. Without some quirky person saying, "Did you know when you put da and da da da?"
I know. All those Anglo sounding voices. I'd be like
Yeah.
not wanting my kids to hear that stuff
Mm,
too often.
yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah, the voice isn't even like I think I was posting about making castor poultices, and I was like, are there any is this why is all the Anglos like why? Because no one made a post about like black folks love castor oil, like that's who I learned castor oil from, like why why is it just them talking about it?
Mm,
Yes.
I don't know.
And let me clarify that I don't have any personal problems with Anglo voices. I love all voices. I'm simply saying that I need diversity and I need my kids to hear a variety of voices. My eardrums need to hear a variety of voices. And the world needs to hear a variety of voices,
Yes.
okay? We are here together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Ashe.
I
That's
mean,
the
I
language.
think you're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm thinking if this is uploaded
Oh, right.
somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know
I
what?
am hoping people who, oh, what's the curious people. Yeah. That's another reason I wanted to do YouTube. Because it just like, oh, here, you want this video? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I
Well,
am grateful.
Yeah. Just make sure you put like whatever hashtags of, people of color or BIPOC or yeah, because
Yes.
it's like
To
when you
find it.
first, like I was like, type in yoga videos and you get every it's just white, like, and you're like, oh no, I actually want to do yoga from somebody
I
looks like me,
Mhm.
sounds like, yeah. But yeah, YouTube, I think that's the way to go. That's where I'm gonna start posting too. Beautiful. All the answers are coming through.
Yeah, that's why we were like, let's start recording our conversation. Let's feed the machine more of what we know we need to hear and others need to hear.
Yeah.
And see. So yeah, super thankful, super grateful. Maybe snakes. Yeah. Love to see what's happening this moon cycle. And keeping time with y'all in this way. And on Sunday we'll be available. We'll be at Laurel Community Garden. And maybe we find a snake. I'm gonna really see if the kiddos can find.
Ooh.
There's snakes there. We've found snakes there. Snakes and lizards and salamanders all live there. So
Mm.
hopefully we can call the snakes.
The snake ancestors.
Yeah.
Come on through. That'd be cool. I will be scared, but I will appreciate the medicine where you just keep a little distance. But yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
This is very special.
Mhm.
And we'll see you soon.
All right.
Yay!
Love you
Thank
all.
you.
So glad
Love
everybody
you.
came. Yay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a great evening.
Thank